Fabrizio Romano has just dropped a bombshell about Arsenal that no one was expecting, and Manchester City has joined the race to sign the Arsenal star following Newcastle's decision. Stay with me until the end of the video to understand everything happening behind the scenes at the Emirates Stadium. Love Arsenal as much as we do? Then don't wait another second. Subscribe to our channel now and be the first to know everything about the Premier League's greatest team. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of true Gunners fans. Now, let's jump into today's top news. News broke this morning from Fabrizio Romano that the Slovenian international had decided to sign a new contract with RB Leipzig, ending Arsenal's pursuit for Sesko, having been strongly linked with the striker in recent days. The Gunners had been viewed as the favourite to sign the 21-year-old despite competition from the likes of Chelsea. Yet Sesko's decision to sign a new deal with Leipzig has now ruined any chance Arsenal have of signing the talented attacker. Yet Arteta and Edu's thoughts on Arsenal's ideas for this summer remain in good nick. Arteta and Edu not panicking yet after Sesko transfer blow. According to the Mirror, the signing of a striker is not believed to be the be-all and end-all for Arteta and sporting director Edu, with Arsenal still in the market for other centre-forwards this summer. As per the report, Kai Havertz's impressive goal-scoring form at the end of the season has taken the pressure off Arsenal trying to find a world-class striker to lead the line, with the Gunners also unwilling to break the bank for an attacker. Whilst missing out on Sesko is a blow this summer, the surprise decision from the striker to remain with Leipzig could end up working in Arsenal's favour in their bid to land a new leading attacker. Indeed, the Gunners could now pivot to a more experienced forward in their search for a striker, and with so few options out there, Arsenal might settle on a signing more suited to what Arteta and Edu are looking for. Arsenal have to ensure they sign the perfect striker this summer. Whilst Arsenal's need for a striker seemingly isn't as urgent as first thought, the Gunners still have to ensure they bring in someone this summer, and ideally, the perfect attacker for the job. With Sesko off the market, only a handful of players remain who Arsenal could realistically sign this summer, such as Napoli talisman Victor Osimhen and Sporting Lisbon star Victor Gyökeres. Time is of the essence for Arsenal, and with the market soon opening, work will have to be put in to bring in the ideal striker who next season can challenge the likes of Havertz for the starting position. And continuing with the updates, Romano also confirmed on Twitter that a player valued at £30 million will leave his club this summer amid interest from Arsenal. Taking to Twitter, Romano confirmed that Youssouf Fofana will be leaving AS Monaco this summer, with Arsenal linked with a £30 million move for the French midfielder in recent weeks. Romano wrote, "Youssouf Fofana will 100% leave AS Monaco this summer, plan on both player and club side confirmed. No advanced negotiations yet, but Fofana feels ready for a new chapter this summer." A player who Cesc Fabregas rates highly, Fofana to Arsenal could be a likely move this summer, with central midfield a position Arteta is keen to add to in the coming weeks if current rumours are anything to go by. And with Romano now confirming that Fofana will be on the move this summer, something the player himself has already hinted at, Arsenal could soon spring into action in trying to get a deal over the line for the French international. Arsenal should be pushing to sign Fofana as soon as possible. Fofana is clearly a player who is rated highly internally at Arsenal, with the 25-year-old France international an ideal summer target in Arteta's quest to improve the midfield this summer. And with the Euros kicking off this week, the Gunners should be pushing to sign the Monaco star as soon as possible, where a starring role with Les Blues could see Fofana's valuation balloon. Indeed, Arsenal know that Fofana could solve a lot of problems in the midfield heading into the new season, and wrapping up a deal sooner rather than later could be massive in preparations for the upcoming campaign. Man City in line for boost after Newcastle United decision on Arsenal star Aaron Ramsdale. Arsenal will be looking to secure an exit for Aaron Ramsdale. David Raya is now the clear first-choice goalkeeper at the Emirates Stadium, and his loan switch from Brentford will be turned into a permanent move this summer. However, Ramsdale will not be satisfied to remain as a backup option at the Emirates Stadium for another campaign. At this stage in his career, and for the good of his international prospects, the England star needs to move on this summer to a club where he can play regularly once again. As such, Arsenal expect Ramsdale to leave the club. Newcastle United showed some interest in Ramsdale. The 26-year-old would likely have been open to a switch to St. James Park. The Magpies are a club with big ambitions, and he would back himself to establish himself as the number one there. However, Newcastle have instead opted to pursue a move for James Trafford. According to transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano, reporting on X, the Tyneside outfit are set to shell out £15 million for the Burnley man. Manchester City will benefit from this deal too, profiting 20% of the transfer fee, £3 million, due to the fact that the 21-year-old is a product of their academy. Meanwhile, Mikel Arteta is back to square one when it comes to moving Ramsdale on. Although there is a need for the player to find pastures new, the Gunners must be resilient when it comes to the price that they demand for Ramsdale. Arsenal paid £30 million to prize him away from Sheffield United in the summer of 2021, and will want to recoup their investment in him at the very least. Whilst he has now fallen down the pecking order in North London, Ramsdale has proven himself to be an elite-level keeper in his time at Arsenal. His reputation has been significantly enhanced since his arrival at the club, and his best years still ought to be ahead of him. As such, the asking price must reflect those factors. If Arsenal can find an appropriate suitor for Ramsdale, then they will need to source a backup keeper to replace him and offer support to Raya. With this in mind, Wojciech Szczesny has been linked with a surprise return to the club. Arsenal are interested in Sporting Lisbon winger Marcus Edwards. So, Arteta is keen to strengthen Arsenal's attack and is showing an interest in the transfer of Sporting CP star Marcus Edwards. That is according to O Jogo, which reports the Emirates Stadium natives are looking into the 25-year-old situation but may have to rival Tottenham. Spurs continue to monitor Edwards 5 years on from letting him join Vitória Guimarães in a free transfer. The North London club may now have a chance to bring their academy product back to England, too. Sporting no longer rule out letting Edwards go as he fell out of favour. Edwards struggled to maintain his form through 2023-24 and lost manager Ruben Amorim's trust. His inconsistent output failed to assuage any concerns regarding his contribution, while Francisco Trencaus's reputation grew. So, Edwards may get his long-sought return to England. After leaving Tottenham following one senior appearance in an EFL Cup tie in 2016, Edwards has never hidden his desire to play in the Premier League. Now, Arsenal and Tottenham have their eyes on his situation, with Sporting refusing to rule out allowing a transfer for Edwards. Tottenham Hotspur have a 50% sell-on clause for Marcus Edwards. Arsenal and Tottenham are not the only suitors Edwards has in the Premier League, either. Ebola has also reported that West Ham United have shown an interest in the former England U20 forward. He stands out to his suitors as Edwards counts towards the homegrown quota. Sporting will even consider selling Edwards for just €20 million, £17 million, after his difficult campaign this season. The Telegraph has previously reported that Edwards has a £52 million release clause in his contract with the Leos, in which Tottenham further have a 50% sell-on clause. Tottenham included their clause in Edwards' move to Vitória in 2019, but Sporting agreed to let Spurs transfer it to secure his arrival in 2022. Now, Arsenal could indirectly improve their rival's budget by targeting Edwards' transfer after giving Sporting 6 goals and 9 assists. Edwards scored 4 of his goals plus 5 assists in 26 Liga Portugal games, along with 1 goal and 3 assists in 10 Europa League matches. But Tottenham right-back Pedro Porro called Edwards an extraordinary player for his displays over their time together at Sporting. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.